everybody, I'm Hannah. Welcome to your first Make It Fit moment. Today we're going to go through a lunge movement, and we're going to break it down and try to make it fit your body and your fitness level where you are right now. So there's a few points we're going to be looking for today. We're going to be looking for weight distribution, angle of the leg, and the representation of your chest. So the first one we're going to be looking at is the angle of your leg. So we're going to start in a high lunge. So this is crescent pose, or what I call high lunge. People call it different things. So the first thing we're going to look for is the right angle in the front leg. So you can see here my knee is right above my ankle. I'm not back here. I'm not way forward. There we go. So you want to try to get that nice right angle. And that's your setup point. Your back leg is going to move up or down depending on your flexibility, but you keep this right angle at all times. The next point you're going to be looking for is your weight distribution. So in that same place, you can either put your weight, this is way exaggerated, but just to give you the idea, in your toes or in your heels. So we're going to try to bring it more towards our heels, not balancing up on the heels, but moving the weight through our heels. So if you feel that difference, you have your right angle all set up, we're good, and bring that weight towards your toes. You can feel more pressure in your knee joint there. Want to bring it back, and then you can feel that the muscles, your quads and your hamstrings and your back glute activating a lot better. So that's what we're going to go for there. We have the right angle, we have our weight distribution. So now we have our chest representation. It's very easy to want to round out, but that messes with our center of gravity and our back posture. So we want to roll those shoulders back, reach that chest up nice and tall. Okay, so those are the several things we're going to be looking for. You can also use this in a runner stretch, what I call a low lunge. So here in runner stretch, you can also use blocks. So I'll show you that in just a minute. You can also use blocks to modify this position. So if you're somewhere between here and here, then you can use blocks to prop up your hands, and that really helps you fit your fitness level. Again, we want to go exactly for where you fit. So in runner stretch again, we have found our right 90-degree angle. So I'm getting my knee right above my ankle here. You can see that angle there. My weight is not in my toes, it's toward my heels. So I should be able to twinkle my toes just a little bit there. Excellent. And my chest is reaching forward, so I'm not hunched over. And if you feel that hunch, so if you have your blocks too, if you feel that hunch, that's really taking the work out of your legs. So I want to really put that weight work in the front leg. All right, so let's talk about making this exercise really fit you. It's really easy to want to push yourself to the highest level possible, and that's really what we're going for. However, we have to get there with integrity and get there with honesty. So what we're going to try to do is really listen to our body, see where it fits. So the way I want you to look through this is to first find that 90-degree angle. So you want to find that where you can really feel it in your front leg. So if you're way down here, but you feel it more in your back leg, you feel an awkward stretch, then I want you to bring this back foot in just a little bit more so we can really put the emphasis where it belongs. You should again feel it in this front thigh and in the glute of the same leg. So if your right leg is forward, you should feel it in your right glute. All right, so this is one modification. If somebody says runner stretch and you're not quite there yet, you're really feeling like you're out of place, you can't meet those 3 requirements, then you're going to come up to this high lunge. You can even put your hands on your leg to support yourself and take some of the weight. Still want to keep that chest tall. The other option is the blocks. So like I said, we grab a block. All right, so we have this. You have one on each side, theoretically, and you use that block to be at a little bit different height. So you may not be all the way down at the ground. You may not be, but you may be a little more ready to be a little lower than this. So you should feel a stretch in this back leg. Leg is nice and straight. And you can also orient this block in any way. So you can make it here. So it's the tallest setting, here, or here. And if you're super, super flexible and this isn't quite getting it for you, you can also use the block, go down to your elbows, and then that's going to be an even deeper way to go through this exercise. So now that we figured out how the exercise can fit you, then I'm going to give you a little challenge. So you're going to want to do this on both legs. Don't be like me and just do it on one leg. You're going to try this on both legs. But here's your challenge. So you're going to find your runner stretch. Going to be nice and tall. And you're gonna try to balance, fingertip balance, or see here, I'm not quite there today. My legs are a little shaky, so I'm not gonna go all the way down. I'm gonna go where I can hold a good chest representation. Reaching forward, weights in my heel, front heel at my 90-degree angle. And I'm gonna breathe for 3 breaths in. Then I'm gonna dive into the stretch and come forward, putting the weight through my heel. All right, so we're gonna wanna do that on both legs. Again, your goal is to make the work go where you want it. So instead of the work being in your knee, feeling it through your back, feeling a lot of tension there, we really wanna put the work in the quads, in the hamstrings, in the glute, where it belongs, so we can eventually get to your highest level of fitness, and so you can really connect with your body. If you have any questions about this move, if that wasn't quite specific to you, go ahead and comment below, and I'll try to answer that as best as I can through the comment section, and you can also email me. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you next time.